Welcome back, everybody. We always love hearing stories of how our servicemen and women are honored. And here today with her new book, Birds of a Feather, about a very special sanctuary for rescued parrots and homeless veterans, is clinical psychologist Dr. Lorin Lindner with her husband, Navy veteran Matthew Simmons, as well as Dandy, a rescued cockatoo. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Oh my gosh, Dandy's adorable.
Very cute. That's a big problem.
Yeah. It's true. So she's just one of 40 feathered friends that you have at your sanctuary here in Los Angeles. Dandy wants to eat your hat, I think.
I think so.
Or give you
I
kisses.
think so.
Can Dandy talk?
Dandy says a few things. She was saying hello before I get very excited. She said hello to Mark, but that wasn't on camera.
Right away.
So.
She high-fived me.
Did she really?
She does.
She garbles most of what she says.
Yeah, she's like a crooner back in the day.
Well, listen, you're in your book, you talk about the connection between these birds that are abandoned and psychologically wounded warriors that have fought for this country. And that bond, how did you first discover that there was this connection between these two?
It was pure serendipity. I happened to be bringing the birds to this program where I was running a clinical psychology group with stoic Rangers, Army Rangers, and tough Navy SEALs. And they wanted nothing to do with group therapy.
Yeah.
But when I brought the parrots, I had just rescued 2 cockatoos who were homeless, and I brought them to this program just as a convenience so I didn't have to leave them at home too long. One of the parrots climbed down to the floor, climbed up Smitty's leg, a former Navy SEAL who was sitting cross-armed in his chair, was not interested in having a therapeutic relationship with me. But here, Mango crawls up his leg, turns and looks at him and says, "Hello, I love you."
Oh my goodness.
And that was it. It opened up all the doors. And I've always believed many roads lead to Rome when it comes to psychology. But here was this just opening of this soul.
It's almost like they know.
It got right in a way that I wasn't able to. And I thought, I'm on to something here,
Yeah.
you know?
They are. And Matthew, you served in both Desert Storm and Desert Shield.
Correct.
Thank you so much for your service,
Yeah,
by
thank
the
you.
way.
Thank you.
And then when you came back, you went to the VA and you were looking for help. And the VA said to you, you know what, I would like you to volunteer your time at a bird sanctuary. What did you expect to find there? But what was the reality? I bet you were like, wait a minute, I just got back from the war. What do you want me to do?
I was a Midwest boy, so I thought, I'd have like a big bale of grain and be feeding chickens on the ground and something to do with nest boxes. And I went down the sanctuary and there's this beautiful oasis and tropical colored birds. And I heard things like, "I love you," and "come here," and "hold me." And I met a very special parrot there, Ruby, who was injured, who I took care of and like applied medication. Ruby was yelling and screaming and biting the whole time. And then about 4 weeks later, Ruby flew down and landed on my shoulder and came over and was like cooing in my ear and pinning her eyes and basically telling me that she forgave me. And at that point, it was a big catalyst in my recovery that, she just let things go. There are certain things, whether you do them for God or country, they don't help you sleep at night, so you just got to let some things go.
Sure.
Not the truth. Wow.
How did these, Doctor, how do the parrots come to you? Like, how is it that you get abandoned birds?
Exactly. Almost all the parrots we have are owner relinquishments. They come from families who just cannot care for them properly. And the fact is, these are mostly wild creatures. Even those that are born here, they only have a few generations of having been born in this country. And so they are not really good pets. They just don't conform to what we normally expect from pets. They're loud, they're messy, they bite, and they really don't belong in households. They need to fly, and that's what I discovered when I built the large aviaries, for them to fly in, to live in. And almost everyone is realizing now, we get so many calls. There's millions of parrots in need of homes, and we get calls every day from people wanting to.
Can you talk about the life expectancy?
Yeah, how long could they live?
Yeah.
That's exactly right. That's one of the reasons, too, is that they live so long that they outlive their current family.
Like how
Like
long
100 years?
Oh, yes. They can live from 50 to 80 years for a cockatoo, yes. Some of the other species, maybe a little bit shorter than that. There was a cockatoo at the San Diego Zoo that was 99 last I visited.
Oh, my goodness.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's why you have to, I know people have to write them in their wills. When they
That's
have
exactly
a bird.
right. That's what we encourage people to do. Of course, most sanctuaries are full now that rescue parrots because there are so many in need.
Oh my goodness. Well, I know you two not just have a love for birds, but you have a love for one another.
Yes.
And this happened, this really happened over your love for birds, and you actually got married at the sanctuary. And now it's not just about the birds, it's about all kinds of wild exotic animals that you rescue.
That's exactly right, because they're the ones in most need of rescue too.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we learned, or I learned, you know, the parrots are amazing in the way that they communicate and draw you in. So that little bit of communication helps with therapy. But then as a returning veteran, you need to learn things about, like, where do I fit in the family? Was I the black sheep before? Can I be a good uncle? And inside every combat veteran, I believe there's an inner struggle of a husband and an infantryman. They're not the same thing. So when they graduate from the parrot program, we've got them back on their feet. They come to work with the wolves. And the wolves are the only species I can think of that teach all about family dynamics.
Literally, you have wolves.
Yeah, literally.
Okay.
Pack dynamic.
Yeah.
And then many of the veterans who graduate that program then go further on out into the wilds of North America to protect wolves, to protect our waterways, to protect our natural resources. So the oath they took to the feathers of the eagle when they joined becomes the oath they take to the earth through working at the Lockwood Animal Rescue Center.
Well, and I understand that you had a very special, I would say, minister, but he didn't. He actually
Officiated,
Oh, he officiated. Yeah, your ceremony.
Oh, we were thrilled to have James Cromwell be the officiant at our wedding ceremony.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
You're just friends with him?
He's a wonderful person who,
Yeah.
when he was the farmer in Babe,
I know.
realized how important animals are to him and became a vegetarian and a real advocate for the animals and the environment. And that's how we found each other. I'm grateful for
He's
that.
a lovely man.
How
He
wonderful.
is such a
Real,
kind heart.
very intelligent and
Yeah.
lovely man.
As are you. And
Yeah,
thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for your service, but thank you for your continued service to our animals
Yeah,
in need.
and
Thank
helping
you
those
so
soldiers
much.
that
Thank you.
need the help.
Yes.
Thank you
so
for
much.
having
Andy,
me.
thank you.
Thank you, Dandy.
He's like, I'm busy. Yeah,
I'm busy.
who's a
I'm doing my thing.
Dandy's, she's camera shy.
Don't attempt this at home.
No.
That's true.
Yeah,
Birds
not
of a
good pets.
But even as cute as they are, they're not
Yeah.
good pets. You're
Exactly.
right.
But
Birds,
have a great purpose.
That's true. Birds of a Feather is available wherever books are sold, and you can get more information at hallmarkchannel.com and Lockwood Animal Rescue website.
We're being upstaged by the bird.
Yes,
just
we
know
are.
it.
I can't
No one's
stop
even
looking at
it. Coming up, we are having our very first Home and Family Beaned Bake-Off contest. I don't know if it's a contest, but we're having it nonetheless. I don't think you'll be too surprised to find out what my special ingredient is.
Yeah, it's not Pop-Tarts, I can tell you that. But stick around. Shirley's up next. And it's not okra either, Shirley, is it?
No, it's not, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to grow this delicious summer vegetable.